Welcome to the first cup of the season here in August, here at the Woké Poké in St. Augustine. We're getting started with the first round here. We are doing 30-minute rounds, best of one, 6 rounds, I believe. And we're starting off here with a nice Raging Bolt mirror match. Yes, Raging Bolt mirror match. I know you've been dying to see it. We've been dying to show it to you. Here it is in all of its glory. On the right here, underneath the Charizard, we have Nick Spence. And on the left, underneath the Mewtwo there, we have Peyton Ward, both piloting very similar Raging Bolt lists. I took a look at the lists a minute ago before we started, and they are very, very similar lists. I believe, like, the only thing that's different is one trainer card and one energy. Nick chose to play 7 Grass Energy and 3 Earthen Vessel, and then Peyton Ward is playing 4 Earthen Vessel, 6 Grass Energy. But he's also playing a couple of different item cards that I noticed in the list that we might see later on, which could be interesting with this game. It's an item card, we might see it, but he starts off with the Sandy Shocks. Not a great start, but benching a Teal Mask Ogerpon, attaching for turn, and passing. We see Nick start his first turn here, going second, starting off with that Raging Bolt in the active. And he already has a Teal Mask Ogerpon on the bench. Benching Radiant Greninja to get a little bit more draw power, and going ahead and using that concealed cards to pitch a Grass Energy to the discard to draw 2. And we see the Trekking Shoes come down to dig a little bit deeper off the top there. You get to look at the top card. If you don't want it, pitch it to the discard and draw the next card from the top of your deck. And that being an item card, he can use as many of those as he wants. And we set out the Pokestop to go ahead and use that and try to dig even further. Finding a Raging Bolt, a Boss's Orders. No, a Raging Bolt, I think that was a Pokegear. And an Earthen Vessel, so he gets to add the Pokegear and the Earthen Vessel to his hand while that Raging Bolt goes to the discard. And now he's going to use the Earthen Vessel to go ahead and grab some energy, possibly activating that Teal Mask Ogerpon's ability to attach the energy and draw another card off the top. There we go. Adjust the volume a little bit so you can hear me and not so much the music in the background. We want to keep away from copyright. Let's see. One second. Let me fix the chat so we see not just a bunch of tests. There we go. Now we have the current live chat. Sorry about that. And let's see, where are we at? So Squawkabilly getting benched. Got a Nest Ball coming down to grab. It's the art rare or something. Is that the Raging Bolt? Yeah, I believe so. Teal Mask got its ability off. Okay, so Nick is cooking here with Raging Bolt. And then Sada's Vitality able to come down too. Okay, Prime Catcher coming down to just swap the Raging Bolts and put the Teal Mask into the active to keep Peyton off of his draw power. And then there's the Squawk and Seize ability coming through, discarding Nick's hand to draw a brand new 6 cards off the top. A nice little Professor's Research-like ability. Another Earthen Vessel coming down to discard the Fighting Energy, grabbing, I believe, an Electric and a Grass, so we can attach the Electric for turn. Teal Mask is online next turn. There's a Fighting in the discard for Professor Sada, so that's able to go off. And the Bravery Charm coming down to beef up that Raging Bolt just a little bit, make it a little bit harder for Peyton to get to that knockout. And there is the attack from Raging Bolt coming through to knock out the active Ogre Pawn, taking the first 2 prizes of this game. First thing we see Peyton do is go ahead and use that Pokestop himself to see what he can get, and it was a whole lot of nothing. It was a bunch of stuff that just goes straight to the discard pile, unfortunately. You hate to see that, but that is the risk you play when you hit that Pokestop. And it looks like just a pass there, so this might be a very quick game here, as Nick will definitely be able to power up these Ogre Pawns. Oh, that is right, there was a Pal Pad in there, but what is the Pal Pad doing right now? There's the Teal Mask. The Teal Mask attaching all the energy. Sada attaches for the turn and knocks out the active Sandy Shocks. Oof, and we see Peyton's hand there was just full of a bunch of nothing, unfortunately. You hate to see that in a best of 1 where you just don't really start that well. Oh, and look at his prizes. There was a Raging Bolt there. The item card, I saw one was in his prizes, the Bug Catching set. So Peyton was running Bug Catcher set to possibly get powered up a little bit better. But we saw the start just wasn't what it needed to be, and you hate to see that in a tournament best of 1. That is very unfortunate. Very unfortunate. Welcome back. Welcome back. I want to listen back and see how I sound. So, we're setting up on table 1 here. They might get a little bit of an extension. I think there was a bathroom break. Anywho. So here we go, starting into round 2. Table 1, we have Dalton on the left versus David on the right. Dalton is on Giratina V-Star Lost Zone, and David is on a nice Chien Pao EX with Greninja EX. So we have a very spicy battle coming up here at table 1. I'm excited to see it. Looks like David is going first. He's got 2 backs on the bench and a Bidoof, so he's hopefully ready to evolve that Bidoof into a Barbarrel next turn, get a nice full hand. That'd be lovely and lovely. But Dalton's starting off here. He's got that Giratina V in the active, so we want to see some Comfies. We want to see some flower selecting. So he's going to pop up that Pokegear and try to find a Colress's Experiment right there. Boom. It's that easy. You can find it like no one's business. So he is going to probably just go ahead and pop that Colress, look at the top 5, add 3 to his hand, and pick 2 to add to the Lost Zone. Start getting that built up. So we want to build up to Giratina V-Stars Lost Impact. There it is. We see the Colress. Ooh, okay. So we see a Mirage Gate go, and I think that's another Colress's Experiment going as well. So two kind of crucial pieces for the Lost Zone player, but the other three might have been really good. Maybe another Mirage Gate, another Colress. Maybe it was that Radiant Greninja. Who knows? But he throws it down in concealed cards, pitching a Jet Energy to go ahead and draw two more. And we'll see an attach for turn with the Grass Energy onto Giratina. And we will use Abyss Seeking to look at the top 4 cards. Put 2 in your hand and throw 2 more into the Lost Zone. Building up that count a little bit more. We're not seeing the Comb phase, but that's okay. We got to 4. Alright, go over to David. We see the Irida come down. Gonna search for an item in a water Pokemon. He's already got Froakie in the active, so we can search for the Frogadier to evolve that. We can get the Baxcalibur. He's already got one Baxcalibur down, so we had the Rare Candy Baxcalibur in hand. He grabs Radiant Greninja. And he's still deciding on what item to grab. Okay, so we grab a Nest Ball. What is the Nest Ball gonna grab? A Chien Pao? Might as well just grab... Off the Nest Ball, we grab Chien Pao. Go ahead and add that to the bench. And we'll probably see some kind of swap out, get Chien Pao out into the active so we can use its Shivery Chill ability to grab 2 water energy out of the deck. There it is. There's the retreat. And the Shivery Chill. Go ahead and grab 2 water energy out of the deck. And then with Baxcalibur Super Cold, can attach them directly to Chien Pao. And I will turn on Hail Blade, but he's only doing 120 damage so far. Okay. Ooh, now we see concealed cards come down. I never plugged it in back here. There we go. Got the energy retrieval coming down to grab 2 out of the discard, add them to the hand. We'll throw 3 onto Chien Pao, hitting Giratina V for 180 damage. So couldn't get a little bit further, a few more energy. Maybe an Earthen Vessel coming in could have been handy, but we got 180, which is respectable. I think 1 more would have done enough to take out, done 240. So we just needed 1 more, but we just couldn't get that last one, which saves Dalton's Giratina V. And we see a Buddy Poffin coming down. Would have been nice to see that last turn. So he could have grabbed his Comfies and put those down. Started picking some flowers, so selecting some flowers, as we say in the English. So those Comfies are going down. Do we have a switch in hand to get them into the active to start looking, digging a little bit deeper? We do. We have a switch cart. So it will not only switch the Giratina V out of the active, it'll heal 30 damage, taking that 180 down to 150. And now we see the first flower selecting from Dalton coming through. It's a Lost Vacuum and a Psychic Energy. So we have the Psychic to hand. We have the Sableye. So once we get to 10, we are online. Rescue board coming in to retreat the Comfy in the active and go ahead and use another flower selecting. That'll get us up to 6. Benching another Giratina V that we found off of the Comfy. So we're at 6. We need one more for Mirage Gate. There we go. There. Now we see the concealed cards coming in, grabbing 2 more. Do we find a Colress? No, it was a Super Rod, and what was that other one? Maybe a Boss? And we're going to just Abyss Seeking. And that'll get us up to 8. Ooh, getting rid of the Roxanne always hurts. That's okay, because now we are at 8 in the Lost Zone. So those Comfies will get him to 10, and then everything should be online by next turn for him. And with the damaged Giratina V out of the active, that Chien-Pao will have a harder time knocking out this full HP Giratina that we now see. But we see the first Shivery Chill come in. He's got 2 more water energy to work with. And I believe he had the Superior in hand. Or that might have just been the one I was seeing off of the Iridas search. But he didn't grab that. It's weird. I'm just now noticing the Chien-Pao player is wearing the Giratina sleeves against the Giratina Lost Zone player. That's ironic, isn't it? All right, so there's the energy retrieval getting 2 to the hand. And we have 4 to attach to do 240 damage. That will take the first knockout of the game. If he decides to use that. Yes, he will. So 240 damage will take out that Giratina V. And it will grant David his first 2 prize cards. So the race is on with the prize cards now. There we go. Comfy's flower selecting. Getting us to 9. It's never an easy decision. Heavy ball going. Seems like the right play. You have all the pieces you need. You don't really need Cramorant right now. So, not a bad play. And now we have the Giratina V-Star evolved. It's got a grass energy on it, still needs the Psychic. But Mirage Gate's online, so if he has that, then he has Giratina V-Star attacking, hopefully this turn. He's got the Mirage Gate. He just needs the energy, and he needs that second flower selecting to get to 10. There's Mirage Gate. We have Giratina V-Star fully online. We have to be careful because he is damaged, so it just takes one Chien Pao coming down and one Superior Energy Retrieval to take out Dalton's main attacker, so he has to be careful here. Okay, we're going to boss out the Baxcalibur and just knock that one out. Just going to go ahead and hit for the 280, knocking out the Baxcalibur, ditching those 2 energy cards into the Lost Zone, putting him at 11. So now over the 10 qualifier for Giratina's V-Star attack. And taking out that Baxcalibur could be crucial here, but David does have a benched Frigibax. So all it takes is an Irida, and he has Rare Candy Baxcalibur. Or he could already have another one of the pieces in his hand and just needs the other one. So it was a good play, but it could backfire a little bit here. Not taking a 2-prize turn. We'll see what happens. David benches a second Chien Pao EX. And there we have the Ultra Ball searching out the Baxcalibur. Discarding what looks like a Super Rod and a Buddy Buddy Poffin. So we probably already have the Rare Candy in hand. And we use Shivery Chill to search 2 water energy already. Or we're doing that right now, never mind. Oof, only 1 left in the deck. So we might have 1 or 2 prized. I think he's only gotten out 5 or 6. I think the count is normally like 7 or 8. So there might be some prized. Or in hand already. There it is. So he had the Rare Candy in hand for the second Baxcalibur. So he's got that ready to go, but what does he have? Just 1 water energy or 2? He could concealed cards. There he goes. Did we get the Superior Energy Retrieval? We got the Irida, so we can get the Superior Energy Retrieval. Earthen Vessel. Interesting choice. And Froakie. Does he still have energy in the deck? Did I just miss that? Oh, okay. So he's just thinning it out. He's using the Ultra Ball to get the barrel. He was just thinning out the Earthen Vessel out of the deck. Not a bad play. Interesting play. Because you could have just grabbed the Superior off of the Irida. But I guess you do want the barrel online. So it's not the worst play, and you're maximizing your chances of drawing into the Superior by just getting rid of the Earthen Vessel out of the deck. So for 4, I believe. 2, 3, 4, and I believe he did get the Superior. Looks like he did get a Superior Energy Retrieval. It looks like it. All right, we're going to Pal Pad and just throw back in those Iridas so we can use them again to search out whatever item we need later on. And there's the superior energy retrieval, getting 4 water energy out of the discard pile directly into David's hand. And I believe that is 5 now that he has in hand that he can throw directly onto that Chien Pao and take out Giratina V-Star. He doesn't need 5. I'm forgetting that this is the Giratina V-Star with damage already on it. Whiskey on the mic. I just saw your comment. Dalton didn't shuffle. I'm not sure where that happened. I apologize for missing that, but looks like it's not mattering a whole lot right now because Dalton is a little bit behind. Giratina V-Star getting knocked out now. And he doesn't have a backup on the bench. So coming back from this is going to be a little rough. There we go. Flower selecting. Getting rid of a switch cart to keep an energy. We're running low on those right now. After his first Mirage Gate. Okay. Gotcha. I will try to keep a better, closer eye on that. Benches. The Sableye. Lost Mine is online right now. He could put some damage on the Chien Pao, or he could just knock out the barrel, but I don't think he's doing too much more than that. Just under 10 minutes left in the round being announced now. Okay, so we're bossing out the Baxcalibur. Keep him from at least searching out more energies in case he was able to get them back into the deck. And we will hit the Lost Mine here. We're going to take out the Froakie and put the remaining 6, I believe, onto Barrel. Okay. So that will give Dalton another prize card. Prize race is almost evened up here. Dalton can manage to knock out a Chien Pao, then it will be even. David right now only having what looks like 1 water energy in hand. Possibly no real way to get more unless that's a superior. It is. And there's the attach for the retreat. Putting Greninja into the active, and this might seal the game here because we have 3 water energy to put on there. Yikes. And we see the Moonlight Shuriken taking out the 2 benched Comfey, winning David the game here with Chien Pao. Chien Pao, Greninja, Radiant Greninja or Greninja EX. It's Chien Pao and Greninja, and it works, it looks like. But yeah, Moonlight Shuriken coming in when Dalton does not have a benched Manaphy. It's always going to hurt, for sure. As soon as he saw the path, he took it, and he won the game with that. We saw Dalton's hand there. Looked a little cluttered, so he didn't have much going on. But yeah, regardless, it was still, I think, a really good game. Seeing a couple of different decks. I haven't seen Giratina V-Star since I played it at Orlando Regionals and got mollywopped. And then Chien Pao, you don't see that too often anymore. I played Chien Pao a little bit a while ago, so it was nice to see these 2 decks coming back and just kind of slapping each other around a little bit. But that will conclude round 2, and then they're probably going to finish up the other games and post round 3, and we'll get started there shortly. So just hang out, stay tuned. All right, welcome back. We're starting round 3 here. This is going to be a very interesting battle here. Round 3, we have the owner of the shop himself, Joey Bones, on the left here, underneath Mewtwo. You see the Mewtwo tattoo on that arm too, like right there. Boom. Playing Miraidon EX, and on the right, underneath or right above the Charizard, we have Nick Johnson, a proud Woké Poké sponsored player, playing Ancient Box, Roaring Moon, Ancient Box. Very skilled veteran player with this deck, I would say. He knows exactly what he's doing when it comes to this deck. And this is like a rival battle of the century right here, because these two amazing friends, incredible rivals. We're going to see who takes this best of 1. I'm excited. I'm super excited. All right, and that is the announcement to begin round 3. We see Nick starting off with the Roaring Moon in the active. That's what we want to see. Joey starts off with the Squawkabilly. Not terrible, because we're going to be using that Squawk and Seize ability one way or another. It's just a matter of when. All right. We see the secret box immediately being played here. That secret box discarding 3 cards and getting to search one of each: an item, a tool, a supporter, a stadium. So he can load up his hand right here with one of everything that he needs. He's getting the Greninja, Radiant Greninja off of the Nest Ball. He's going to throw down the Artisan, go ahead and search for another Roaring Moon, just to always have one of those back up in reserve, ready to go. There we go. Now we have the Earthen Vessel coming in. He's going to pitch a card in order to get 2 Dark Energy out of the deck. And he's going to use this opportunity to deck check a little bit, see what he has to work with, see what those prizes might be. And there we see the concealed cards coming in, pitching a Dark Energy to draw 2 more off the top. Putting that Darkness Energy, of course, puts Professor Sada's Vitality online. So then next turn, he will be able to use that supporter card to attach 2 Dark Energy to 2 of his Roaring Moon, and then draw 3 more cards. And then he's going to Ultra Ball, grabbing a Walking Wake, I believe that is. Just to have that in hand, and we see the pass. And Joey's first turn here, going second. He's got that Squawkabilly in the active. And there we'll see the artisan come down or come into play again. Joey using it to search for a Pokemon without a rule box, basic Pokemon without a rule box. So that could be the Iron Bundle. That could be Zapdos. What is he getting here? He might just also be using it to deck check. All right, we see the Iron Bundle come down. Might just be using that to stall something in the active. But we see the Arven come into play. Arven's going to grab an item and a tool card. What tool card would we want to get? And a Vitality Band, Heavy Baton. Let's see what he's getting here. Looks like a Nest Ball. Round 1 and 2, both players on the left tape Brick City. Hopefully that isn't going to be the case for Joey. Yeah, no, I agree for sure. Starting with the Squawkabilly is a little rough. An Ancient Box is kind of hard to brick with. But got the Iron Bundle. He's using the Nest Ball to get, I believe, the Iron Hands. He's also getting a Vitality Band, so who knows? Maybe that left seat is just cursed today. There we see the Forest Seal Stone coming down onto the Raikou V. Are we going to motivate? Are we going to see a motivate? We don't want to Squawk and Seize when we have a bunch of energy and a boss and the switch cart. Like, that's just not stuff you want to Squawk and Seize away, you know? We will see the Forest Seal Stone being used here. Grab an electric generator. Okay. That's a play. We're going to use the generator. Oh my god. Out of the first 3 cards, he finds 2 electric energy. That is Joey playing Miraidon if I've ever seen it. So we have the Raikou powered up. Just attached to the Squawkabilly, retreat, or switch card even. Don't even need to do that. There you go. Switch cards, and now Miraidon is slapping for a little bit here. 20, 40, 60, 80, 100. It's hitting for 100. And we're going to Squawk and Seize. Hopefully find another basic to put down to power up Raikou a little bit more. There's an Ultra Ball. You have to get rid of more energy. At this point, you should grab Miraidon so he could put Miraidon down and then just fill the bench. But Iron Hands works too. And now we're going to Fleet Foot, grab that one extra card. There's the Nest Ball. Let's go. Fill that bench even more. Mew EX, possibly. Radiant Greninja, maybe. You have space for both. Which one are you going to pick right now? We're doing the Radiant Greninja. Yeah, there you go. There you go. Concealed cards, turn it online. You could do Vitality Band, just do 10 more. Attach 1 electric energy per turn. And is that knockout? 20, 40, 60, 80, 100, 24. Yep, 140 on the dot. He doesn't have the Ancient Booster Capsule. He had it in hand. He just didn't attach it. He just didn't attach it. All right, Artisan being used to get another Roaring Moon. Just keep another one on the bench always. Sada's Vitality coming down. He did have it, and it was ready to go. Attaching 1 to the active, 1 to the bench, drawing 3 new cards from the top. Sada's Vitality is an amazing, amazing card for Ancient Box decks. All right, Ultra Ball coming down, discarding, it looked like the Scream Tail and the Walking Wake, getting just more cards in the discard with that Ancient Qualifier. Now he's got the 1 in hand to attach for turn. So that way the active Roaring Moon is attacking this turn. Just how much is he attacking for? Ooh, okay, there we go. We can counter catcher up the Squawkabilly. Put the Ancient Booster on Roaring Moon. And are we swinging for enough to knock out? Do we have at least 160? Looks like it. There's at least 9 cards in that discard with the Ancient title. So Roaring Moon is swinging for at least 160, if not more. All right, starting off with an Arven. What is Joey hoping to find? Maybe, is it just the electric generator? It's like a heavy baton. Electric generator, maybe to just power up that Iron Hands. We'll throw the heavy baton, probably just directly onto that Iron Hands. There's the electric generator. Finding 1 energy. It's not bad. Alright, what else do we got going? There's the heavy baton. Are we gonna bench the Zapdos? Looks like it. Iron Bundle, Hyper Blower. That's not bad. That's ensuring that he's still taking a knockout this turn if he keeps the damage at 140. Is this where we put the Mew down? Looks like it. So yeah, we'll be keeping that damage at 140, taking out another Roaring Moon. Evening up the prize game to 4 and 4. And there's the Mew with the restart, drawing 2 fresh cards. Nice, we found another electric energy, so that's another attach for turn. And we found a double turbo, which he's going to concealed cards away to draw another 2. Threw that bravery charm on the Mew to buff it up a little bit, so it's a little bit harder to knock out. And there we'll see the knockout on Nick's active Roaring Moon. He's going to promote the one that was ready to hit. Ooh, and there we see more Peko come down, which is a newer addition to the Ancient Box decks. You get to look at the top card of your deck and choose whether or not you want to discard that card. And now here's the Explorer's Guidance coming down, so he knows what that next card was and whether or not he wanted to use Explorer's Guidance or maybe another card. But he probably knew it was a card that he either wanted to keep or discard, which... it being a dark energy, you kind of don't need to keep that right now. Unless you want to have one in your hand to attach for turn or to concealed cards. So if you keep those, then you guarantee... well, you have the Artisan to guarantee that you get... yeah, so that's not bad. You have Artisan to guarantee that you get a Roaring Moon, so you don't need that Nest Ball. Concealed cards coming down. Nice, just another Explorer's Guidance and a Pokestop. So you see he's going to rip this Pokegear, maybe find the Sada's Vitality, so he has that online for next turn. Now he just needs to get a backup Roaring Moon on the bench. Ooh, bold choice. Ouch. Okay, that's not bad. It adds another Ancient to the count. Another Dark to the discard. And now you have that Superior, so that's not bad as well. It's just, what is the next move here? See Nick really thinking about what his next move here should be. And it looks like... sorry, I can't exactly see what that card is. I don't think it's a Roaring Moon. It might be the Fluttermane? Can't exactly see what that one is. But There was enough damage there for Nick to be able to knock out the Raikou, taking another 2 prizes, making this a very close game. He just needs to take one more knockout. So Joey's going to play the Arven, grabbing a Lost Vacuum. He's probably just going to Lost Vacuum away the Ancient Booster Capsule, making this Roaring Moon a little bit easier to take down. And concealed cards. Nestball just grabbing another Iron Hands. Okay. Yeah, there we go. You see the Lost Vacuum coming down, getting rid of that Ancient Booster Capsule. We have Electric Generator, finding 1 electric energy. And that benched Iron Hands. Double turbo attach for turn. And I believe he's only hitting for 130 if he were to amp. He doesn't have the Vitality Band on that Iron Hands, just has the Heavy Baton. I guess it's knocking out. He did. Okay. He just used the other attack to take 1 prize. I was thinking he was trying to get up to that amp, but... Superior Energy Retrieval coming down. Gonna grab... 4. There he is. 4 Dark Energy out of the discard. Putting 2 more Ancient in the discard as well, buffing that attack up even more. There's the Morpeko. Seeing if we want to keep that next card or discard that next card. There's the concealed card, so I guess we wanted it. Ancient Booster. Going on to the active Pokemon. There's the Pokegear coming down, but it only found Boss's Orders. I guess we'll take that. Now he's going to rip the Pokestop. Ooh, not a bad Pokestop. Get to keep everything there. An Earthen Vessel, Counter Catcher, and a Super Rod. All 3 of those will definitely come in handy. The Super Rod getting back your Roaring Moon. And I'm sure you have something to get one of them out. No, he doesn't have anything to get them out. He has the Sada to draw, but doesn't have a way to search out the Roaring Moons yet. There's the Sada coming down. We're going to just go ahead and attach an energy to the active and draw 3. No moon. No moon. Yikes. With only 2 prizes left, he's backed into a corner. No, we're going to bench the Walk and Wake. We're not going to attach. Yeah, okay, he is going to attach. Oof. I can feel the gears turning right now. How is... Yeah, Nick's not able to counter catch her right now. He's not able to counter catch her right now. He has less prize cards than Joey. Nice try, Nick. Nice try, Nick. Oh, that is the announcement. 5 minutes left in the round. There we go. So I just had to pass, and we'll see Joey go ahead and use the boss's orders on Radiant Greninja. And he's going to use the Amp You Very Much to take out that Radiant Greninja and take a 2-prize turn here on a single prize deck. There's the Amp You Very Much. Taking 2. Oh, and the next card was a Nest Ball, so now we get Roaring Moon. Can we get him powered up? There's the Sada. 1. Draw 3. There you go. Attach for turn. Let's go. Let's get it, Nick. That was close, buddy. That was close. So all Nick has to do is retreat the active Pokemon, bring out the Roaring Moon, and attack into the Iron Hands, taking his last 2 prizes and winning the game. That was very, very close. All Joey needed to do was attack with the Iron Hands onto anything, and he would have won, taken his last prize card and won that game. But Nick was able to come back, find that Nest Ball. It was the top deck, get the Roaring Moon, and then find the energies he needed off of Professor Sada's Vitality. Very good game. Very well played with both players. Nick will be taking the round. What a great round. Alrighty, alright. We are getting into round 4 here. Round 4, we're going to see Chris on the left underneath or above Mewtwo here. Chris is going to be rocking a Lost Zone Dragapult deck. And then on the right there, and the curse of the left still be broken. You never know. Joey didn't end up like bricking, I guess, in the end. It was a close game. Nick was just able to top deck that Nest Ball, getting a Roaring Moon and getting everything going from there. If he had it a turn sooner, he would have had the win a turn sooner. But yeah, it was a little bricky for Joey. I'm not gonna lie, but we'll see what happens here. And then, yeah, Davis over on the right above Charizard. Davis is going to be playing Regidrago V Star. So the game just got announced and we're starting. 30 minutes on the clock. Let's begin. Looks like Davis is going first. And he's got the Regidrago in the active, a 2 Ogerpon on the bench. He's attaching the fire for turn. He's got 2 of those teal masks going off. He is cooking. Watch this go. Watch this go. Last game was very, very good. Nick and Joey are both very skilled players. I would expect nothing less from either of them. But yeah, Davis is cooking. He's got a nest ball going too, so he's going to be able to get down another Regidrago V. So he's got everything he needs and wants to see turn 1 going first. Plenty of energy to spare. 2 Regidragos on the field. Chris just starting off with a Sableye. That's not what you want to see. But it looks like that's all he can do. So we do see the pass over to Chris, and he starts off with a nice buddy Poffin. Question is he going to get Comfy or is he going to get some Dreepy? Drag the Comfy to the top. Looks like he's just going to do some deck checking a little bit here. See what he's got prized. I'm seeing a good amount of stuff still in the deck. He's got his Ace Spec. And we see the 2 Comfies are going to come down onto the bench because we got to start that flower selecting ASAP. Oof. Pulver's experiment coming down, and it doesn't look like it's a great choice. But we do see 2 Dreepy come down too. That's really good. And we had the Jet Energy for the first Comfy, and now we have the second one coming down. So we'll have at least 4 in the Lost Zone this turn. See if he can get any more than that. Let me turn this background music down a little bit. My apologies. I didn't know if it was louder than my voice or what. We see another Nest Ball from Davis grabbing the Mew EX to come down here and give us a little extra draw support with that restart ability. And we have the evolve into the V-Star after the professor's research. And then we have the Earthen Vessel coming down to grab 2 energy out of the deck, probably 2 grass to turn on those Ogre Pawns. And then we have the attach for turn, and then Ogre Pawn here doing what it do best. Drawing some more cards by attaching energy. Incredible support card with the Regidrago. Looks like he has the Goodra V-Star in the discard to be able to use that attack. So he's just checking the discard to see what he might want to add off of Regidrago's V-Star ability. Just lets him get 2 cards from his discard pile, put them into his hand. Yeah, but honestly, he might not need to use the boss too much this round. We'll see how he kind of navigates around that. Ooh, so we have a few dragon types to choose from here. Hisuian, Goodra V-Star, Dragapult EX. Let's see what that third one was. Looks like he's going to be doing 200 damage. Oh no, he doesn't have the energy. My bad. He doesn't have the energy for it. Okay. So I was just to pass over to Chris, who's flower selecting, rare candy evolving, and attaching for turn. And he's got 5 in the Lost Zone, so if we see 2 more, if we see a Colress, then we might see a Mirage Gate. The Iono comes down. Okay. Iono is going to make both players shuffle their hand, put it to the bottom of their deck, and then draw for how many prize cards they have remaining. So they're both going to get a new hand of 6 cards here. And we just see a pass back over to Davis. So not much going on. It looks like the curse of the left side is still in effect. There's the energy switch. So where was that last turn? Ooh, there's the Prime Catcher coming in. Getting a Drat Cloak out into the active. Probably just promoting the Mew, retreating back into the Regidrago. What are we trying to make room for on the bench here? Ultra Ball. So just grabbing another Ogre Pawn possibly, or are we grabbing the Regidrago, second Regidrago V-Star? Ah, Chris gave him the energy switch off the Iono. Got it. Ooh, Ultra Ball coming in, grabbing the Hawlucha. There's a Hawlucha coming down to put 10 damage on 2 of Chris's Pokemon. Putting 2 damage on both of the Comfies, making them easily able to be taken out by Regidrago V-Star using Dragapult EX's attack. Which we might see right here. Yep. Sorry. And it looks like he's going to put the 60 on the Sableye. Or just some damage on Sableye and some damage on Dragapult. Kind of spreading the damage around a little bit. It's hard to see the damage counter dice from this distance, but all right, so we see the Nest Ball coming down to grab the Cramorant. Cramorant is already online with there being 5 cards in the Lost Zone, so he is spitting innocently. I can spit and take out the Hawlucha. Or he can try to 2-shot an Ogerpon, possibly, but there's the Colress's Experiment, so we're not seeing a boss. So there is 7 now in the Lost Zone. Mirage Gate online. We like to see that. That can get the Psychic Energy that Dragapult needs to attack. Or the energy that Sableye needs, but you're not at 10 yet. Okay, so Artisan coming down. What are we trying to get with the Artisan? Another Dreepy makes sense. We want to have a backup. And now the Mirage Gate coming in. Put Psychic on the active. No. Put Psychic on the benched. Do you have the Psychic in hand to attach? Let's find out. Looks like he does. He has the Psychic Energy in hand to attach to the Dragapult. And he's got the Fire Energy to attach to the benched one to evolve next turn. But he's going to switch into Comfy to get a little bit more into the Lost Zone off of this Flower Selecting. And we're going to Lost Zone another Dracloak. That's 2 Dracloak that are Lost Zoned. Switch cart back into the Dragapult, healing that damage off of the Comfy, that 10 damage, and Counter Catcher, sending in the Regidrago V on the bench to get the 200 damage knockout. Is that a knockout? Does Regidrago V have less than 200 HP? No, it doesn't. It has a little bit more, and then we're going to put the 60 on Hawlucha. Or no, we're spreading the damage around a little bit. Okay. Not a bad play. Not a bad play. So spread that damage around a little bit. And the good thing is, with that much damage on that Regidrago V, if he doesn't evolve it this turn, then even if he switches it out and is able to attack with something else, he'll still be able to take that out with the 60 secondary damage from Dragapult next turn, while possibly killing an Ogerpon for 200 damage in the active, possibly taking a 4-prize turn. So Chris is setting things up quite nicely here, but I believe Davis is doing the same thing. There's the attach for turn to grass. There's an Iono in hand, so we do have a little bit of a hand disruptor here. But it looks like we are just going to retreat and put out the Regidrago V-Star that is ready to attack, which might just be exactly what Chris wants here. Because he does have a boss in hand. So unless Davis hits that Iono here, then Chris will be able to boss out that Ogerpon on the bench with 10 damage, hit it with Dragapult for 200, and use the extra 60 damage to take out the Regidrago V on the bench, taking a 4-prize turn. He's going to use Giratina's attack to hit for 280 damage, which actually does knock out the Dragapult. So we bench Cramorant. Or no, we have Cramorant benched already. He's seeing if he wants to put it out. He does put out the Cramorant. And we have the evolve into a Dracloak. And we're going to Dracloak's Recon Directive. Look at the top two. Choose one to put in our hand and one to put at the bottom of the deck. We see the Super Rod to go ahead and put in more resources. That Dragapult EX, a Fire and a Psychic Energy. And with those back in the deck, next turn he can possibly get to that Dragapult EX again and hopefully take that 4-prize turn. Okay, so we see the boss come into that Regidrago V on the bench that was just in range, and then the Cramorant spit to take it out. Not a bad call. And the boss coming in to bring out the Dracloak on the bench, which might have been Chris's last shot, really, to come back fully in this game. Oh, yeah, and that is a knockout on both the Crimorant and the Sableye, bringing Davis down to his last prize card. This is good, though. This is really good for Chris. His Radiant Greninja is fully online. Radiant Greninja will be able to take the KO possibly on this Regidrago V-Star. You can tell he's really thinking about his next steps here. Colress's experiment being a tough call. Having to get rid of a psychic energy. You never want to get rid of your energy with this deck. It plays very few. But we have another Comfy coming in for another flower selecting. He sees the unfair stamp, realizes that he does not need that Mirage Gate right now. He has one in hand, so he can switch directly into that Radiant Charizard. Artisan grabbing another Cramorant. He plays 2. Unfair Stamp. There it is. Unfair Stamp, the A-spec of choice for Chris here in this Lost Box or Lost Dragapult deck, making both players shuffle their hands into the deck. If the opponent has taken a knockout during the last turn, then they only draw 2 and you draw 5. It is an excellent, excellent A-spec for sure. Having a Pseudo Roxanne effect. Ooh. You hate to see that, though. Yeah, Chris just didn't see what he needed after that unfair stamp, and I guess kind of saw the writing on the wall there, knowing that even if he was able to get a knockout onto the Regidrago V-Star, he might have just gotten knocked out in return, giving Davis the last prize card he needed to win the game, so it looks like he just decided to scoop there. That is a little rough. You hate to see it, but it sucks when it's not a best of 3, so you can't just scoop and go to game 2. It's just kind of scooping and saying, GG's, that's it. But still, I think that was a very good game. The curse of the left side is kind of still there a little bit, possibly, but we'll see if the next player might be able to break that. All right. Welcome back. We're settling into round 5 here. Pairings were just announced, so everybody is getting settled into their seats. And we have another fun matchup for you. We have Davis back at table 1. He is on the right side here above the Charizard. And on the left side above Mewtwo, we have Andrew. And he is piloting... What was it? I just looked at the deck list and I'm blanking. Oh my gosh. Davis is on Regidrago, and Andrew is on Raging Bolt. Sorry, I knew it was another like top meta deck, but those two names are so similar. Yeah, so Davis is playing Regidrago. We just saw him use that to win his last match against Chris. Oh, first hand mulligan. Don't like to see that. Andrew is playing Raging Bolt, and he does have a Pokemon to start here. So he'll put that one there. Excuse me, sorry. He'll put that one there, and Davis will reshuffle and redraw, and hopefully not mulligan again, but we'll see when we can get this started. Everybody's still getting settled in, though, so they're not on a rush or anything. It just sucks to see those mulligans. There we go. So it was only one mulligan. We each start with one active, which isn't terrible. Right, and that is the announcement. Round 5 is beginning. 30 minutes on the clock. Looks like Andrew's starting off by going first. He's got a Raging Bolt in the active. He's got one benched, and he has a Teal Mask Ogerpon benched as well. I'm going to see him possibly start off. Okay, nope, no Ultra Ball. He's just going to use Ogerpon's ability to attach that Grass Energy and draw a card. Now he's going to use the Ultra Ball, discarding a Grass and an Electric Energy to go ahead and grab a Pokemon from the deck and add it to his hand. I'm just gonna go ahead and grab another Ogerpon, so we have a little bit more draw power and energy manipulation. Both are incredible with this deck. All right, so we got the Bravery Charm and a Fighting Energy onto Raging Bolt, and we just see a pass over to Davis. Like we have the attach on Ogerpon to draw, and we top deck a Regidrago V, which is great. Energy switch. We'll switch that Grass Energy over to Regidrago from Ogerpon. Looks like he's just seeing what he's going to be able to do here. He's got Professors, but does he want to get rid of all of this? Earthen Vessel, a Hawlucha, an Ultra Ball, an Iono? Or does he want an Earthen Vessel first? Maybe get another energy to attach for turn? No, it's just going to be the Ultra Ball, discarding the Earthen Vessel and the Iono, which isn't a bad call. You get a Pokemon guaranteed, and then you can Professor's Research the rest and just get a brand new hand. So he's going to deck check now and see what's in those prizes. Looks like the Pokemon he's going to get is not bad. It's a Dragapult EX, because he knows he's about to Professor's Research, so he can at least get that into the discard to be able to use that attack if he draws into a Regidrago V-Star. And there's the Hawlucha on the bench to put 10 on each of those Ogerpon, putting them just at that sweet spot, that 200 HP range, to be knocked out by either a Hisuian Gudra V-Star attack or a Dragapult EX. Okay. Now we see the Nest Ball. So I think we Professors. And I just turned my head at that exact second. But he Professors, and then when the Nest Ball comes in, grabbing the Regidrago V. Another one to keep on the bench as a backup. You're good. I hear something and I just turned my head. I'm like, who's watching? So it looks like that Professor's definitely paid off. Okay, another Nest Ball grabbing the Iron Bundle for that Hyper Blower ability. If he uses it, does Andrew promote an Ogerpon that's damaged, or does he promote the other Raging Bolt? And he decides to actually promote the damaged Ogerpon, hoping to probably keep his Raging Bolts safe. That professor's research opened up a whole new world of possibilities for Davis. Alright, so we see the Ultra Ball grabbing Mew EX. Gaining access to that restart ability. Because even though he professors grab a whole new 7, it looks like he's used all the resources that he got off of that professor's research. So now he can restart for 2. He's got another Nest Ball, but that's not going to be useful right now. And he's just got the pass. He wasn't able to find the Regidrago V-Star yet. But we see Andrew opening up strong with that Professor Sada. Attaching 2 and drawing 3. Ogerpon comes in. And Regidrago is popping off like it does. Got the 2 on Ogerpon, so he will be able to retreat and still attack, definitely. But does he have a regular switch cart? Heal that 10 damage? There's the retreat into Raging Bolt with the Bravery Charm, so he's sitting at a nice 290. And he's just checking if he needs to do anything else before swinging on this Ogerpon. There's the energy retrieval, or energy switch. Energy retrieval. The gold cards are hard to tell sometimes. But we do have Raging Bolt coming in, knocking out that Ogerpon. Andrew taking the first 2 prizes of the game. So it looks like the curse of the left might be broken here. Andrew starting off pretty strong. Raging Bolt popping off. Regidrago is also no joke here with its ability to also accelerate energy and draw and move those energy and essentially attack from the discard pile. And see the Nest Ball finally coming in handy, grabbing another Ogerpon. So now he's got access to 2 of those abilities. Ooh, okay. Mew restart coming in for 1. And then just professors it all away. Try to get something else that we need. Draw a brand new 7. What do we got? There's the V-Star. Finally, we see it come in. And the Earthen Vessel to grab another 2 grass. Yeah, there they are. And the grass will go to Ogerpon, letting him draw 1 more. So he has used both Ogerpon. But he is going to use that V-Star ability of Regidrago V-Star to put the top 7 into his discard and then grab any 2 from his discard pile and put them into his hand. Which is an absolutely insane ability. That's why Regidrago V-Star is coming back as one of the top decks of the metagame right now. Looks like we're just grabbing 2 energy switch. Which are definitely going to come in handy. Moving energy over to the Regidrago V-Star so it'll be able to attack. And then we can just retreat the Mew. And we're hitting with either Giratina, which is, I think, what he needs to do right now. He needs to find another way to get 10 damage. Or get that Bravery Charm off of the Raging Bolt. Otherwise, he's only swinging for 280 at the most, and I believe that Raging Bolt is at 290 right now with the Bravery Charm. Looks like that's what he did, though. It's just swung for the 280. Oh, crap. Sorry. 1 second. Yeah, so we just... Sorry, it looked like it was lagging for a second. We're not. We're good. Okay, so yeah, the boss's order's coming in, forcing out that Teal Mask Ogerpon. And then Regidrago just going ahead and knocking it out after getting some energy. Moved around. Sorry, I thought something was lagging for a second. So I missed a little bit on that turn, but yeah, long story short, he was able to boss out a Ogerpon and get the knockout with the Raging Bolt. So at this point, he's not really too worried about losing that active Raging Bolt because he has the benched one ready to go and ready to take that one last knockout and get the last 2 prizes. Raging Bolt, Andrew is in a very good position here. We see the superior energy retrieval coming in, pitching an Earthen Vessel, and he's deciding the second card. That's always a hard pitch. Just another superior. Looks like we're just going to get back the 4 grass that are in there, because that's the only thing in there. But we only have 1 Ogerpon active, so we can attach and draw once. Let's see if we can extend past that at all. There's another energy switch coming in, making the Regidrago V-Star active again, so we can swing again for 200 and put 60 on something on the bench, or move damage around onto the bench. Keeping 10 damage or more on those Ogerpon would be good. He can put another 2, 4, 6 on each of them, but they'd still be in switch cart range. We're going to go ahead and Super Rod. Yeah, Super Rod in the Ogre Pawn. Ogre Pawn and Iron Bundle. Getting Super Rotted back in. Does he have a way to search them out? He's got an Ultra Ball. So what is he going to get rid of? A couple of energy to use the Ultra Ball. Grab an Iron Bundle. Okay. Not bad. So we can grab the bundle, force a retreat into something that can be knocked out by 200 damage or 280 damage. So force retreat into an Ogre Pawn, which will, I'm pretty sure the one with damage, so it will be knocked out by 200. But Davis also puts down the Radiant Charizard as a backup attacker, which is an interesting choice, because if you're going to put a backup attacker down, it's got to be before your opponent has 2 prize cards left. Okay. So that's not a bad play. So with that, I'm pretty sure we take more than just those 2 prizes, because that's... Or did that Ogre Pawn not have damage on it? Something, I guess a glare on it looked like a dice. I was probably mistaken. So just 200 damage there, but enough residual damage from that Dragapult's 60 to the bench that he was able to knock out the Raging Bolt on the bench. This is a tongue twister. And kind of spread more damage around. We see the Sada coming down. Gonna take 2 energy, attach it to 2 ancient Pokemon. There you go. And then draw 3. Alright, so now we have a grass energy for the Teal Mask Ogre Pawn. Attach return onto Sandy Shocks. There it is. Retreat the Ogre Pawn and just smack with the Sandy Shocks. We had to get things figured out, so tables 1, 2, and 3. All 3 decided to just ID. To guarantee their place into top 8. So we are bringing to you table 4, I believe, feature match, which brings back Joey over on the right side above the Charizard playing Miraidon. And I have to go see who's on the left side and what deck they're playing. But yeah, just chill out. We will be starting here shortly. So on the left, we have Caleb playing Regidrago. And then, like I said before, on the right, we have Joey bringing back Miraidon. And then we have a... Let me turn this back down. Do so it's a little bit bigger. And then we have a guest commentator. Introduce yourself. What's your name?
My name is Colby Rose. I am a competitive player out of Texas. Normally play Block Likes or Regionals. Not doing that anymore because ties are bad. Just ID'd in 2 cut, I believe. Playing Regidrago V-Star 411. Feeling pretty good about this. We got a Regidrago Miraidon Mirror. Oh, open the bundle. Ooh. And so Caleb, is Caleb right? Yeah. Caleb's going first. He gets that attachment onto the Regidrago Is that a fire energy? It looks like a fire energy. Getting on that fire is really important on that turn 1. Really just getting an energy on the Drago in general is very important. I assume it's probably a fire, just because he wants to save those grasses for those teal dances, which are super important in the matchup. More important cards in the matchup probably if he plays it. Noivern, don't know if he's playing it. If not, that Phantom Dime's going to come in huge, setting up knockouts for the rest of the turns.
Yeah, definitely. You don't want to see that Iron Bundle in the active spot.
But we do see a Raikou bench.
You want to get that out of the active as soon as possible. Luckily, there's a switch cart in hand right there, so he has the switch out of it, and he can get it off the bench. That's going to be... yeah, electric generator. He's normally pretty lucky with them. Let's see, next to... Ooh.
On the generator.
That's a unfortunate whiff.
Something really interesting I'm seeing here. Joey benched down the Iron Hands. Trying to, I assume, set up some Amp You Very Much plays.
It's probably more Turbo Iron Hands than it is Miraidon. Miraidon's probably just like the setup or anything. So it's probably more of a Turbo Iron Hands build than anything else.
Having to set up those amp kills is going to be very difficult, though.
Yeah, especially with this.
Only doing 120 is not enough to take any major knockouts in the Regidrago matchup, other than maybe if Caleb is to bench a Hawlucha or the Radzard. Even then, you'd need a Future Booster Energy Capsule to go and hit that pivotal 160. Or
yeah, he plays the Vitality Band. He doesn't play the Future Booster Capsule or really any way to like boost the damage.
I saw a DTE in hand, so setting up a DTE on the Iron Hands makes it only do 100 on Amp You Very Much. So I could see a strategy where we try to do chip damage onto the V-Star and try to take a big 3. Big 3 for a knockout. One of the big ways to beat Drago in this format is by manipulating the prize trade, because they're able to go so fast and go 2-2-2 just very quickly. And we see an energy switch. If he has the V-Star, we get a big research here.
Yeah, Professor's research coming in. Getting a whole new
I see a Dragapult.
We got the Dragapult.
A Teal Mask.
You had mentioned earlier about the Noivern. He does not play the Noivern in his list.
The Noivern is a very interesting way out of the Miraidon matchup, just shutting down all basic Pokemon as long as there's no boss targets.
True.
We see an Ultra Ball double Dragapult into the Regidrago V-Star here. That is a huge play.
Free Regidrago V-Star right there. Free all
Not
day.
even going to have to use this V-Star power to get going. I would expect to see a retreat into the Drago and a Phantom Dive, setting up a kill on this Iron Hand, probably just going all 6 on the Drago, because Joey can just discard this bundle.
Yeah,
and call it an easy day.
Take the immediate knock.
So we go 3 and 3, which is that 3 and 3?
Yeah, 3 and 3. He split the damage.
That's an interesting way of going about this.
The
Maybe
bundle
because
is
he's gonna
90,
promote the bundle.
Yeah.
Bundle has 100.
Oh, it has a
And I think it's 100 HP. I think it's 100 HP. Joey's stuck here. Joey's gonna hand him a double turbo on two lightning energies.
That is rough.
If we see a boss here from Caleb, it's gonna be the game. We're looking for a
like Hyper Blower.
Hyper Blower is gonna lose in the game. He goes into mute. He retreats. He just hits a Phantom Dive, and that's the game. And we see a Scoop.
He's just got it immediately. Oh, that's so rough.
That is so rough. Caleb is at 4-1 going into 5-1. That'll probably lock him up the 2 seed in this cut.
So we had all day where the left side, pretty much round 1 through 4, anybody who played on the left side just bricked and they just like couldn't get set up, ended up losing the game. Anybody who's on the right side just had an incredible setup, incredible game. And then round 5 came in and Andrew played on the left and he said, no, not anymore. I'm going to break that curse. And he plowed through his opponent with Raging Bolt. And then we have Caleb coming in. It was just like, nah, I'm going to transfer that over to Joey and just give that over to Joey.
Yeah, that Raging Bolt matchup is extremely bad for... to be fair, that Raging Bolt matchup is extremely bad for Regidrago V-Star. Just being able to go second and immediately take a knockout and take a 2-prize threat Regidrago really needs that turn 1 to safely set up and call it a day. And not being able to do that kind of just makes the matchup very unfavorable. Oh, we're going to see a game 2 here.
Ooh, they're going to do a best 2 out of 3. They already marked 2-1, but it looks like they're just going to set up another one for fun. That's cool. Oh my god, Joey, no.
Joey opens Luminion. This is just bad after bad.
And his hand is full of energy. Oh.
Okay, this isn't that bad. We do have Ultra Ball to get Miraidon, and therefore we can establish a board here. But do we even go for Miraidon here?
In round, what was it, round 3? When he played against Nick, he prized both of his Miraidon.
Oh, that's terrible.
Yeah. No, that was it was awful. I was wondering why he wasn't searching it the whole time.
Up the Greninja here.
It wouldn't be a bad play considering all the energy he has.
He has the Miraidon. We're gonna tandem unit. I assume we go Raikou. I assume we go maybe even second Miraidon. Oh, we're getting a Raichu here. Raichu's gonna be big in this matchup. It's the only thing that can hit 280 consistently. So that should be a good attacker in the late game. You really, with Miraidon, you want to be able to take a quick early 2, and then take another quick early 2, and then really get that Raichu out for just that last big blow-up knockout. Having the same ability as Chen Pao on a lightning Pokemon is very good. It's just not going to be something that is sustainable with the loss of Flaffy in the last year's rotation.
Yeah, no way to really pick up that Luminion too. That's just going to be a liability on the bench, just sitting there doing nothing. I don't believe he plays Collapsed or anything.
Interesting.
Yeah, Hyperblower coming in, forcing him to bring that Raikou out of the active after fleet-footing and passing. Ooh, the professors.
Getting rid of the superior energy retrieval early is not great, but we can always get it back with Legacy Star.
Looks like he also got rid of the Mew EX. Oh, no.
No, Mew EX is on the bench.
Okay, there we go. I thought I saw a gold one go to the discard, but probably something else. But yeah, that's good to have it on the bench, along with that Teal Mask Ogrepon. Probably get another one or a Regidrago V.
Is that Heavy Baton in his hand?
In Joey's, yeah, it's for the iron hands.
Play stamped Heavy Baton from Series 5.
I wouldn't be surprised. He likes to have the flashy. Look at his cards. He likes to have all the flashy cards.
He does. Heavy Baton is from Prize Pack Series 5. That comes out next week. I've seen some eBay pre-orders. Maybe we got a little crazy on the eBay. You see a Celestial Roar. You never want to see that as a Drago player.
Oh, that's rough.
That's just, I always say if you're Celestial Roaring with Regidrago, you are not in a good spot in the game. Obviously, there's some merit to using it. It's almost like using a Pokestop, except if you mill your energies, you do get to attach them. But every time I've done it, it's always Professor's Research, Iono. Anything that can get you out of the bind that you're in. It's on the top of the deck. You just need to stay not greedy and just wait until you draw into it, and you'll be fine. But we get greedy, and we mill the supporters.
Sometimes draw support that is not attacks comes in very handy. There we see the Raichu coming in. So now Joey has the pieces, he just needs the energy. He's got all the energy in hand. He just got no way to reliably attach it. So there's the Arven. We can search a generator. He's got a few more in deck, it looks like. Maybe search out a tool card to thin a little bit. Yeah.
It's a really good card in this matchup. Getting your free retreaters. Really just a good card in the deck in general.
Yeah. Anything with just one retreat cost, free retreat is incredible.
That's why we've seen many Miraidon play Beach Court in the past, but I feel like you don't really have the space for the stadium at the moment. I can see that changing when Stellar Crown comes out with that new Area Zero under depths. I've seen lists in Japan using that new Mewtwo EX, or not the new Mewtwo EX. The Mewtwo EX from Paradox Drift is a tandem unit searchable Terra Pokemon that lets you have a bench of 8 Miraidon, which just gives you a significant advantage into most decks. Making that Raikou swing for super big is a very pivotal card. We see a big generator here. We at least
Oh,
get
there we
one.
go. We see one. It looks like it's just the one.
It's just the one.
That's still.
You never like to see, but
One is one. We'll take the one, I guess. It's better than 0. It's just a matter of where he wants to attach it. If it was 2, it'd be easy. Just throw it right to the Raikou, but since it's just the 1... He throws it onto the benched Miraidon.
So another important thing to talk about here, with Caleb's win, we are shaping up to see a very interesting hop cut. We have a lot of 4/1/1s, so we might see a bubble, but I do know there are at least 3 Drago that should be in. We had Davis ID at table 2 with a Lost Box. We see a Lost Box in, likely. We see a Reggie Drago in with Davis IDing. We see Caleb in indefinitely at 5-1. We see the Raging Bolt player from last round. We see him indefinitely in at 501. There are some more fringe picks. We have a Lost Box Ogie Dogie. We have a Stall. We have another Reggie Drago being me. And a couple other players. We have Nicholas is playing. Nick lost his win in. Or Nick does have a win in. He's X11, meaning that with a win, he'd be 4-1-1. Potentially seeing an Ancient Box make it into cut.
Yeah, Nick Johnson. He's really good with that Ancient Box deck. He's a seasoned player with it for sure. There was a good variety of decks today. There was the list I saw were a few Gardevoir. We didn't see any of those on stream, but we saw all the Raging Bolt, all the Reggie Drago that we need.
I know that Caleb's going to be really happy that he got this win here. Going 5-1, he gets to dodge the only Raging Bolt player, potentially up until finals, being the 2 seed, with the Raging Bolt player being the 1 seed. That's a super unfavorable matchup here, so being able to duck it for as long as you can is very important.
Yeah, no, we saw that matchup a couple of times for sure.
You see Legacy Star here, searching out a professor's research, and he's eyeing up the research. We don't know if he's grabbed it yet. Okay, he's gonna grab Iono instead. Could disrupt his opponent's hand. Except I don't even think Nick has it. I don't think Joey has a big hand. We're gonna Iono here. Did you see the second card he picked up off of Legacy Star?
I did not.
I would assume it has to be some sort of recovery card that he wants to keep in the deck for a long period of time. Perhaps a Super Odd, perhaps a Superior. I saw him eyeing the Superior, so maybe he grabbed one of his 2 that I think I've seen him play.
He's definitely got all the energy he needs right now, though.
Drago, so that if this thing gets knocked out, we have a guaranteed second one set up to respawn. Although setting up the Ogre Pawn here could be another really good attacker. Okay, we see the energy switch, so we know he's committing to setting up this Drago. We see him swing with...
Looks like
Goodra.
Goodra, yeah.
A very good attacker here. Resisting these attacks by 80 makes it even harder for Joey to get a one-hit knockout on this Reggie Drago, making him a tank.
Yeah, so just like Dragapult EX, it hits for 200, but the secondary effect is next turn he takes 80 less from attacks, so it's going to be a little bit beefier to take down for sure. And this is the first time we've actually seen the Reggie Drago use Goodra's attack this tournament, so it's nice to see a little variety. I've seen no Goodra yet. It's all been the Dragapult.
Goodra's normally my first go-to attack in this matchup. I love setting up Goodra really early, and gives you a lot of leeway in a lot of matchups. The mirror is big for Goodra. Goodra is a very important card in the mirror, stopping other Reggie Dragos from getting one-hit KO with Giratina V-Star's attack. They would have to be playing a liability in the Raging Bolt EX to get the knockout there. And so being able to Goodra first and then clean up with a Phantom Dive is a very important play in the mirror.
Yeah, so we see 2 Ogerpon abilities come in, drawing 2 new cards, setting up this field with all the energy he could ever want. He's just missing.
I feel like you want to establish a second Drago here.
Right.
Which is obviously what he tried doing.
That
Joey
prime
had
catcher
to get that knocked out.
Exactly. Came in real clutch to take the first 2 prize cards of the game, actually.
Hydra attack here. I see a 20 on one Miraidon and a 20 on another. This sets up a really big turn here, where we do get to possibly see. We could see him go for a 6 prize turn here. Oh, the big heal is very important here. That puts the Miraidon at 50 HP remaining. And the other one at 2, making it just out of range for that Phantom Dive for 6 prizes, giving Joey just a little bit more life in this game.
He's definitely good at using his resources to his advantage.
We're putting the Miraidon back in the active. Again, trying to prevent this play. Okay, Nick.
We're just going to boss out an Ogerpon and take the knockout. At this point, being 4 prizes ahead, he can risk to leave that Miraidon into the active because he's got.
This happen is we see Boss and Halusha is what he needs.
Professor's coming in. He might be able to see.
You see the Prime Catcher in the hand? Prime Catcher in the hand in the Mew.
Did we see the Halucha?
Is there a Halucha in the deck? Does he even play Halucha? That's a good
I believe so.
Earthen Vessel. I bet there's a Halucha in there. We see a 2-card deck. Earthen Vessel's failed putting the Dragapult down.
Deck is at 2 cards. I just noticed that. That is wild.
He at least has to take out threats here. So we're going to go for the 4 prize turn.
Which is not bad. It's not bad at all. Even up that prize game and just take the risk and see what happens. He's not getting one
last bit of damage. Miraidon had 20 HP left, so he gets to put that extra 4 on the Radiant Greninja.
Yeah, and I mean, he's in a decent position here. He's not really getting one-shot by anything. It's like, unless he gets another boss and gets a...
The game is over, and he did not use that Prime Catcher. So that's pretty big in this matchup.
Yeah, he has the Prime Catcher to be able to take out anything he wants, so he can Prime Catcher next turn, bring out Luminion, retreat the Mew, bring back Regidrago, and just swing with either the Gudra attack or the Dragapult attack. So we'll see.
Fleet-footed.
Yeah.
Joey.
Just gets another energy, though.
Another energy. Having these energies in hand is really just killing the game here.
That's what happens when you play like 13 or 14 electric energy in the deck to try to see him when you need him.
We need to see a retreat or something. We need to see a retreat in a Greninja. Otherwise, he just has the game on board.
Well, even if you were choosing the Greninja, Prime Catcher, like the Prime Catcher in hand.
Joey doesn't know the Prime Catcher's in hand. So we need to see some form of unkillable Pokemon in hand. He's trying to get a restart here to get what he needs. We see him discard the Squawk off the Ultra Ball and discard the Zapdos.
And he might just fail this to keep his hand low.
Fail it and try to keep churning out your hand. I can't tell what those top cards are. I know I see Blood Moon. Okay, he Ultra Balls away Iron Hands and some other card.
So that's 2 Ultra Balls?
2 Ultra Balls down. You did. There you go. Did you do the thing?
No, I did even better. I immediately
Yeah, so it just looks like we're going to fail both of those Ultra Balls to just...
Yeah, both of those Ultra Balls. Bench this
Or
Blood
no, he got the Blood Moon off of one, so he can... Was it in hand already? Okay.
We see him bench Blood Moon. We can see an attachment. I feel like you just attach on the Raikou.
Ooh, here's the generator. And the generator finds 2 electric energy. Goes right onto the Raichu. Perfect.
Does need. What's the math there? 6 times 5. Needs to get 5 energy on board to do this play, but I don't think we're gonna see that here.
We have the 2 there, and we have
Has
1
the
for turn.
Attachment, but you need to attach to Blood Moon here so you can swing with that Blood Moon attack.
Oh, here's a Bravery Charm coming
He
down.
just
He's
shows the
just
Prime Catcher. Shows the Prime Catcher.
maybe just because this game's for fun. He's like, here's a Prime Catcher. You got to figure out a way out of this now.
Well, yeah, just showing him that he has game there is really important. Kind of just to get rid of a prolonged game state. Ooh, double turbo. He uses the Greninja to get rid of double turbo. Draw into a lightning and a heavy baton. I don't think he has any way to get out of it.
Yeah, no, I think he just kind of scoops from here. Yeah, there it is. There it is.
2-0 with Regidrago.
Yeah.
Showing the power of being able to Phantom Dive and take multiple prizes in a turn.
Being able to, showing the power of not just being able to Phantom Dive, but being able to just like do it as consistently as Regidrago can, being like earlier than Dragapult can do it itself.
Very important. I'm gonna go see what this top pit's looking like. We have one more win and in situation. I'm gonna go get a little scoop on that.
Yeah, no, appreciate you helping out. That was fun. That was fun. All right.